Hey, it's Lee. Welcome. 9 months to 100 kilometres. This week has been a very, very, very positive week. Back on track. I'm not sure whether this episode is going to be the shortest episode so far because when I was thinking about what I wanted to chat to you about, it was all positive. I've reached 7 miles now. So this evening, I ran 7 miles. I feel like I've got my running pace, which is nowhere near the pace that I need to get to achieve the target time that I told you about right at the start of this. But I've also been advised that actually I need to forget about any times and just concentrate on being able to finish it. So that's also playing it on my mind as well. But this week, really, really positive. I've tweaked my plan a little bit, so I've realised that Saturday mornings, now the boy, my son, has recovered from his broken wrist. He's playing football. He played football at 8:30 last Saturday morning. He's got another game this coming Saturday. Well, every Saturday he plays, every Sunday he plays. And so I was having to run at a time that suited the schedule for him, and it could have been various different times. But the more I've done this, is the more I've realised that I am a creature of routine. And I need to get myself into a routine. So this episode and the majority of my 9 months to 100 kilometres episodes have been done on a Monday night. That's when I'm recording this one. My other podcast, that episode, when I'm not interviewing a guest and it's just myself, is done on a Monday night. I need a routine, which has meant that I've moved my Saturday morning run to a Friday evening run. That worked for me really, really well this week. So much so that I got the fastest time that I've ever done. The fastest time that I'd ever done, I think it was 5k. Which was amazing, and yeah, that's really been my reflection this past week. So I've had kind of like, after my week of failure, I've had a really positive week. I feel like I'm proper back on track. I'm tweaking my plan as I go. I've achieved 7 miles, and if I think about it, when I started 8 weeks ago, running 7 miles felt so far away. But when I finished the 7 miles today, I felt like I could have carried on for a little bit longer, but I didn't. I've learned my lessons, and I'm sticking to my plan. So 7 miles running at the pace that I'm currently running at, which is about 9.5 minute miles. So I'm not going to set any world records, but I'm maintaining that pace, which feels like a really comfortable running pace. And if you were to look at each of the different miles as well, there's probably only about like 20 seconds different between each of me mile lap times. So I feel like it's a consistent running speed. I feel like I've found my running pace. And like I said, when I finished the 7 miles, I felt like I could have continued, which is really positive. I had a conversation today about the need to change the way that I'm training to maximise the amount that I'm getting from each training session. It's not just about like running and running 5 miles, running 7 miles. It's about how I run those, and maybe doing a bit more interval activity as well. Don't really know the science behind it. I am going to have more conversations about this so I can understand exactly what it is that I'm doing. Like I said, I think it was a couple of weeks ago, I've increased my level of protein. I've started doing more stretching. I'm sticking to my plan. I'm tweaking my routine. So when I say I'm sticking to my plan and tweaking my routine, I'm sticking to the number of times that I'm trying to do activities, but I'm just tweaking the routine, like I said, from Saturday morning to a Friday night to better fit in with my my schedule, because I am a creature of habit. I'm a creature of routine. I need routine in my life to be able to do the things that I'm doing. And I never thought I would. I'm far more productive when I've got a routine. If I'm just left to my own devices, anything can happen. And I mean, anything can happen. I could be really, really productive, really creative, but then quite the opposite as well. I could be really unproductive and not really think or do anything. So this whole exercise is really helping me understand me better. I listened to a podcast today actually, and it said that you need to identify what your top 2 or 3 priorities are, and when you do them, you need to ensure that your calendar aligns with those things. So are you focusing your activities on the things that your top 2 or 3 priorities are? One of my top 3 priorities is surviving the ultramarathon on the 8th of June next year. Surviving and completing, I think I should say. That is one of my priorities. Doing it in a healthy, sustainable way that doesn't damage me, that allows me to enjoy the process as much as you can enjoy this process. And if you look at my schedule, look at my calendar, because of my plan, because of the way that I'm tackling it, and like I said, I'm back on track now. That my calendar does support one of my key priorities. When I support business leaders, I often say that you've got to put your body where your priorities are. And that's exactly what I'm trying to do with this activity. If I want to run a marathon, if I want to run an ultra marathon, I've got to put my body where my priorities are, and that's with my training. That's making it real, isn't it? That's actively working towards those goals and making sure that I put myself in the greatest frame of mind to be able to deliver what I'm trying to deliver. I also listened to something today that said, because if you may not know, but at my house, in the living room, or when I'm on the school run. So in the living room, I've got a little sign, and in the kids' bedrooms there's a little sign. And when I'm on the school run with the kids, I ask them to sing me a song, and we've got our own little song, and it's I'm happy, I'm myself, and I always do my best. And I listened to something today that really made me think about doing your best. And it's not really about doing your best in the moment. It's about doing your best in the moments coming up to the event. So if I was to run the marathon without any training, I could do my best based on my level of fitness at that point in time. But that would not be the most successful way to do it, because I've got a time gap in between now and then. So rather than just doing my best in the moment, there's lots and lots of moments before April the 21st where I can do my best to prepare, to enable me to actually do my best in that moment. So yeah, that's what doing my best means to me now. When I really, really think about it, it's doing your best in preparation to allow you to do your best in the actual event, rather than just turning up and winging it and doing your best in that single moment. So yeah, so there you go. That's my week. Really positive week. Back on track. Up to 7 miles. Found my running pace. And I'm going to keep pounding the streets this week and head off to the gym as well. Let's see how we go. And I will chat to you again next week. Have yourself an amazing, amazing week.